and that increases the grade, finally achieving its aim with willing to fight. And the other states, those who are not economic, geopolitical, military and environmental losses, when you see that the emerging powers are coming onto, then increases the grievances, and then in turn the willing to fight, and finally the conflict. Military effectiveness also have been seen through here, because the emerging powers, they want to increase their ability to fight, or the fighting power. They will probably go with physical, they will try to enhance their physical components, conceptual components, and moral components, in turn augmenting manpower, logistics, equipments, training and readiness. In other way, conceptual components, principles of war, military doctrines, developments, etc. Then finally, the moral component is a motivation, leadership, management, so on and so forth. Economics and maritime conflicts, exploring the relationship is more important here. Most of the maritime conflicts are attributed to power and resources, as I said. Poor economic governance and state weaknesses are the critical mediating factors between resource abundance, vulnerability to a conflict. Today, the maritime transportation, mainly ships, have become lootable resources attracting pirates, as previously my admiral was presenting, because there are certain unlootable resources, like say when your own territory, if you have your oil, gas, or chemicals, whatever in your own territory, which are not lootable, but when you transport them on board a ship, finally they become lootable. Unlootable become a lootable while on transportation or while at sea. So that is the most important thing here, that we should concern on the maritime security, and on these regards is because the mode of transportation is giving more room or more attraction to unlootable resources to be lootable. Here the paper found something that is strategic alliance. It's not new, but many scholars were talking about it. Many scholars wanted bringing a lot of different ways and aspects, a lot of ideas, findings. Here also the strategic alliance concept that I am presenting here for the security of Indian Ocean in this paper. Immediate duty of, here the paper found that immediate duty of all states and nations to keep the sea free from violence. A special kind of alliance must be formed, which may call an alliance of peace at sea. This alliance should promote confidence building measures, transparency and consensus decision making. That is something very difficult, Consensus decision making is a new phenomenon. I don't call it a new phenomenon, but of course that's something very different and very difficult. Consensus decision making to keep strong bond with the alliance, to hold the bond. The paper identifies 3 basic security pledges when you look forward on the strategic alliance. Like the ground rules, whenever we have a basic way, we find ground rules. If somebody want, when a group working together, if you want to be on one same trans, or when you want to be on similar footing, we come up with ground rules, same way as the mutual security pledges when you're working with a strategic alliance. Paper identifies 3 basic security pledges for security coalition. Firstly, for cooperate in maintaining the security of the Indian Ocean in peace time as well as emergency, that you got to cooperate, the security alliance that being formed, they have to be together as in peacetime as well as emergency or in crisis, in need. Secondly, economic cooperation in commerce, trade and maritime resource development. And lastly, the commitment to maintain and develop the benefit of the ocean. It is not only that you use the ocean, but you look after the ocean, also a responsibility. Paper concludes that it's a collective effort which will give the results. No nation can unilaterally control all the variables involved in the threat. Obviously, that is why the previous theories of controlling sea or denying sea is not possible because of the unipolar and emerging of terrorism and asymmetric threats everywhere. The control sea or sea control or sea denial is not possible as of today. What is, in my opinion, what is available is favorable maritime situation because you control the sea or you deny the sea with respect to the time and space. In that we can look into the security or whatever. The most factor here is the favorable maritime situation. Every nation has to contribute to secure the sea for better future, and every nation has a unique capacity and responsibility to help. With that, I will conclude my presentation. The sea unites while the land divides. That's a concept. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Commander Ranasinghe. The floor is open for questions or comments. Thank you for taking exactly 20 minutes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Bring it forward, please. Admiral Colombague.
Thank you, Jagat, for a wonderful presentation. And you mentioned about choke points and collective responsibility of everyone to defend them. Now, herein most of the measures that we adopt are state-oriented and possibly against another state or the entities of another state. So how can we deal with the non-state actors who are taking us for ransom? I mean, should we look beyond choke points? I mean, if you take the case of Somalia, we all know, although these 2,000 pirates are doing the harm, but it is the instability in that country which contributes for them to come out. So, I don't know, should we think on that aspect as well?
Of course, sir, that is why these mutual security pledges are, as I said, it is everybody's concern. It cannot be only one country or even a powerful country or a nation cannot look into or cannot secure the sea lines. Though you have, like as I said, the heartland countries of our region, or that's China, India, or Japan, or whatever. They only cannot. I mean, others. It's everybody. Every state. It's a duty. I rather than security point of view, I looked at more into a conflict and peace analysis. So I have not gone into nitty-gritties how to protect, but then the studies move into bringing up a concept of a strategic alliance where everybody work together, building up a CBM, confident building measures, then mutual security pledges that will make it the bond strong, and everybody will have the contingencies. The system will have a contingency. System will have a way to fight or way to protect this menace.
Okay, thank you very much. I
Thank you,
appreciate
sir.
it.